Well, hello there, our Stay Active Ellijay friends and family. This afternoon, I have the great opportunity to interview James Bradley with Reel 'em In Guide Services, and he's going to tell you much more than I know about fishing and fly fishing along these rivers that we're so fortunate to have up here in Ellijay and Blue Ridge area. So, James, tell me a little bit, or tell us a little bit about what you do and what kind of services you offer.
Okay, Carla, we have different types of trips that we offer as far as fly fishing. We've got float trips, we do wade trips, private water and public water. The difference in these two as far as the private water and the public water is on private property, the landowners are able to manage that property differently as far as how they feed the fish. They grow them a much larger type fish. And then on public water, where anything goes, usually any type of bait can be used, and whereas on private it's a little more restricted, more catch and release type, and so they get a much larger type fish that a lot of people like to catch. The float trips are mainly done, we do them in two different places. We have the Toccoa River, and up in Blue Ridge, the Toccoa comes out of the Blue Ridge Lake and is a tailwater for about 15 miles all the way up to McKaysville. That river does run north toward Tennessee, and it has 15 miles of fishable water for us. In the winter months, from probably late November through about early May, we float the upper end of the Toccoa that runs into the lake, and we can only do that when we have high water. And that's a good fishery too as well, and more scenic than what the tailwater is.
Oh, great.
So that's kind of that's some of our basic trips. Everything's fly fishing only.
Okay, and you supply all the gear that anyone would need, right? So,
yes,
yeah.
that is right. We supply on any of our trips, we'll provide the wading gear, the wading boots, the rods, flies, guide, and even with our pricing, if you look online or any of our documented pricing that we have out, all that stuff's included with the exception of the Georgia fishing license with trout.
Right, and so James, that we have lacked water, but the lack of water doesn't hurt your service, or you've got places where you can still fish and
Correct. Right now we have most of our private waters, about half of them have opened up already. This is October the 14th, but about half of the waters are open right now.
Oh, awesome.
As far as the private waters, and we're currently doing a lot of our trips up on the Toccoa, doing the float trips. Up in North Carolina, we also run float trips up off the Tuckasegee, and that's up around outside of Franklin, North Carolina. So we're doing trips up there also. We'll run those trips through about probably the end of May also, and then we'll stop doing trips up there. But yes, our water levels have been very low this year, and a lot of the headwaters up high are real hard to fish this time of year because of the drought. And that's basically because of so many rocks are exposed, and it makes it hard to get what we call a good drift or a good presentation to the fish.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, so, and I heard you say that through even the winter months, you do fishing all through that.
That is correct. We have some hardy people. Our temperatures here in North Georgia is fairly mild for the most part. Lots of times we'll do some trips, we'll start them actually just later in the day. We'll start at like 9 o'clock instead of 7:30 or 8, and run those trips all day long, or do trips from like 1 o'clock to 5 and get the warmth of the day. If we're in the later months of the year, or early part of the year, I guess like January and February, we still fish that time of year. Fishing is usually still good November, December, January, and then somewhere in January you're going to get the break point where the water temperature will finally get close to 40 degrees. The fish do become kind of sluggish, and they're a little hard to catch because you just about have to hit them on the nose.
They're freezing, James. They're
They're
freezing fish. They're cold.
They're cold fish, but they will still eat if you can get your fly right in front of their face. That's what's kind of neat.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so cool. Well, how about that? Did you expect to learn all that great fishing news, fishing information today? We're so excited at Stay Active to bring you guys different ways to get out and stay active, and James Bradley certainly offers that with his Reel 'em In Guide fishing service. Just another way to get out and enjoy our mountains and our rivers up here.
Yes.
So contact us. We've got James's information here, or James has a website. I'm sure you could probably tell him that website.
I can. It's It's Reelamen Guide Service.
Reelamen.com.
.com.
Reelamenguideservice.com. But if you want to know more, you can come by Stay Active Ellijay, or he has a Facebook page as well.
I do, yes.
Reelamen Guide Service, so find out there. But anyway, let's get out and stay active, Ellijay.